We're gonna put it up, and now it's up. And yeah, we're gonna talk about music and lyrics. And this movie, not that many people talk about. That's part of why I wanted to talk about. I really like this movie. I think it's extremely underrated. I can see sort of why it's brushed under the radar sometimes. It's maybe a little bit by the numbers, predictable. It's a romantic comedy. It's the same basic formula. But something makes this one special, and to me, there's a few things that make it really good. Number one is Hugh Grant. I don't know why. I like Hugh Grant. He's good. I know he just plays himself most of the time, but I think he does a good job of it. And the jokes are actually funny. Is a big part of why I like this movie. Me mom loved this movie. You see, it's a good rom com. In my opinion, it's actually maybe my favorite romantic comedy. But yeah, I really like it. Hugh Grant in this plays a washed up pop star who's based off of George Michael, sort of. It's a band like Wham, but it's called Pop. Get it? And even like the soundtrack is so great. I actually listened to these songs, all of these songs from the soundtrack, the original ones. I listen to them like often, regularly, because it's such a good soundtrack. They really got the 80s feel, and even the one, because the plot is, if you call it that, the plot is Hugh Grant is, like I said, a washed-up pop star, but he's now getting commissioned by a currently huge star, Cora Corman, who is supposed to sort of be like a Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Madonna kind of character, big pop star. And she's commissioning him to write a new song, and he's never done this before, and he's having trouble. He's the music part of the music and lyrics, sort of like with Elton John. He wrote the music, and the other guy Bernie wrote the lyrics. But yeah, much like that in this, it's Hugh Grant struggling to find the right lyrics, and he he hires Drew Barrymore to do his plants, and through that she just sort of says throwing words in the air, and he's like, oh, that actually sounds good, and she reluctantly agrees to be his lyricist because she's not a trained lyricist or anything. She just sort of has a good feel for the lyrics, and that's where it begins. But this, I'm gonna keep talking it up because I feel like a lot of people don't appreciate it enough. So I'm gonna just slam down my points of why I like this movie. Also, I'm gonna look in the Discord if anyone wants to talk about it. No, fair enough. I'm gonna keep talking about it. But yeah, I really like it because of all the music stuff. The songs, like, it starts off with a music video, and you got like Hugh Grant doing these 80s dance moves, and that's sort of a recurring joke. There's a good scene in a montage where he's trying to learn this new choreography, and he's just stuck in the past. He keeps doing like the 80s type movements, shaking his butt and doing this. I don't know. It hits home, and I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be truthful. I'm a big softie, so I cried like a baby at the end of this, even though I've seen it before. I don't know why. I feel like I've watched it and not cried before, but I just let it go now when I watch a movie. I don't suppress anything. I just let it go when I feel the emotions. When I connect with a film, I just go for it. You know, it's nice at the end. I don't want to ruin it. I don't even want to ruin the ending, even though it's by the numbers. Like, obviously, I'm not saying, I'm not ruining it by saying they get back together, but what I'm saying is I don't want to ruin what exactly happens in the end, because it's cute. You know, just in case you want to see. And it's a good original song, which again is the main reason this movie is great, in my opinion. Such a great soundtrack. Hugh Grant can sing, and well. And yeah, all these songs, you can tell they're molded after Wham and George Michael. especially the song in this movie. It's called "Meaningless Kiss," and it sounds a lot like "Careless Whisper" by George Michael. Like the saxophone part, you can really feel it. If you watch the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. Um, it's very, it's very like the jokes are actually funny, and that I remember watching an interview with Hugh Grant explaining why he picked this movie. He's like, he gets sent hundreds and hundreds of different romantic comedy scripts, and he's like, he only picks so many, and he picked this one because it was actually funny. It wasn't anything remarkable with the storyline or anything inventive really in that regard. It just the charm. There's heavy charm, and the music, and it appeals to me for those reasons. With the washed up pop singer trying to make a go of it, that really really speaks to me. I think. I wonder why. But I'm not saying that I'm a washed up '80s pop star, but maybe I wish I was. Anyways, tub thumping. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm gonna actually type in the IMDb. Tub thumping. I had that open from the music segment, but IMDb. I'm gonna check out music and lyrics, see if it can tell me anything more. And what does it have? Music and lyrics, not just music. um, this movie is from 2007, right? Okay. Yeah, what does it have for stars? 6.5 out of 10. I feel like it went up. I feel like last time I looked at it, it wasn't this high. So yeah, that's not that bad. 6.5 out of 10 is decent. But yeah, all the music in this Pop Goes My Heart, like I said, Meaningless Kiss, Oh Will You Dance With Me Tonight, all these original songs are so good, and it's cute. Let's look at the cast, because I can talk a little bit more, but obviously Drew Barrymore is great. What are we saying in the chat? 7 surf ninjas out of 10. Oh my god. We're never doing surf ninjas again. I like this movie more than surf ninjas, obviously. But to each their own. You're allowed to like surf ninjas. So dirty. No shame at all in liking surf ninjas. I think I liked it more than the one with Pauly Shore in the army now. Yeah, I like that one more than that one, that's for sure. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, Hugh Grant, his character's name is Alex Fletcher, and it starts off. I should open it up with this because it's kind of funny. They show the music video right at the beginning, gets you right into it. I love it. It's a good start, gets you amped up. Pop goes my heart, pop goes my heart. I said I wasn't gonna lose my head, but then pop goes my heart, pop goes my heart. I thought that I should just sing it. That would be the best way to just let people know sort of how it sounds if you haven't heard it. They just nailed that 80s sound and the 80s look for this video. Check it out on YouTube, even that video if you haven't seen it. It's cute. I love it. And then that transitions into Hugh Grant being in a TV studio meeting about being on a reality show called Battle of the 80s Has-Beens, and he thinks that it's like sort of like an American Idol type thing, but with celebrities from the 80s singing in competition against each other. But it turns out that it actually means Battle of the 80s Has-Beens, as in they're actually fighting, like fist fighting, boxing. So that's kind of funny. And obviously he doesn't want to do it after that. And honestly, one mild note is I would have liked to see some of that show, just like a clip, because they don't actually show the show ever. They talk about it later in the movie, but they don't actually show it. So mild note against it. Another mild note against it. Again, I really like this movie, but very mild things against it. There's a subplot with Drew Barrymore about her being a book basing a character off of her, a best-selling book, and it's about sort of a manipulative woman taking advantage of talented professor or something like that, and that's what the story is. But the way Drew Barrymore's character explains it is that he didn't even tell her that he had a wife, so really he's in the wrong. But and then yeah, that's another sort of subplot. It's okay. It leads to some funny bits. To be fair, I just feel like they could have done something more or less. They could have just taken that out. I feel like and just, but I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to make it a little different with that, but I could have kept or left that bit, and it didn't take up too much time, so it wasn't so bad in those regards. But yeah, I gotta say, this movie is good though. Even though it's by the numbers, even though you know what's gonna happen, they're gonna get together. It's just charming, and I'm a big softie. Like I said, I cried at the end. It's cute. I'm almost running out of stuff to say about it. Bend your knees, move your arms. That's all you need to know how to surf. Kwansu, dude. That's what you're talking about for surf ninjas. Anyways, back to this movie. I think I'm actually close to being done talking about it. Oh, we should talk about more of the cast. Another funny thing is some of the gigs that you see Alex Fletcher, Hugh Grant's character, playing now that he's sort of washed up are sort of funny gigs. Like he talks about playing at like a berry picking festival, and they show him playing at a high school reunion and that kind of thing. So it's funny. But you know, still making a little bit of money. They explain that his career sort of went downhill after his partner left, and his partner became more famous. That sort of reminds me. I mean, I'm sure there's other cases of this, but it reminds me of like either Beyonce from coming out of Destiny's Child, or what was the other one I was gonna say? Justin Timberlake coming out of NSYNC. Sort of like that, but with this other character, Colin, that you don't see ever. He's an off-screen character. They show a picture of him, but they don't. He's not actually in it ever. But yeah, this film is good. Hey, Daddy, I'm back. Welcome back, son or daughter, whichever your pronoun is. You know what I'm saying. Anyways, welcome back. Of course, I remember you. Of course. You came when I was doing the nipple thing, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's what I remember, though. Welcome back. And I forget, do you stream? I think you do. Do I follow you? I think I do. I want to make sure. You have 53 followers. I'm gonna follow you. I followed you. Just in case you go live again. Welcome to the party. You're welcome. Yes, bro, I missed those nips. If you missed those nips, please donate to the nipple challenge in the description. Not in the description. What am I saying? In the reward section. If you want to give booty bucks to that, we're almost halfway there. I feel like we can do it. Thank you for shutting them out. Absolutely follow them. I appreciate you coming back so much. When people come back, it fills me with love and glee from the bottom of my heart. Anyways, musical lyrics, I'm still talking about it. More notable actors that are in this, because there are, okay. There's so many bits that make me laugh. Like, Hugh Grant has such funny lines in this. An example of this is before he gets Drew Barrymore as his lyricist, he's got this sort of dark and brooding sort of psycho guy, and he's reading his lyrics, and Hugh Grant's playing this sort of soft piano ballad type song, but the lyrics don't really match it. It's kind of funny. It's almost like metal lyrics, like she's a cold hard bitch, and it's something like that. It's something sort of dirty, but to a soft piano melody, and it's funny. And this lyricist, he sees Drew Barrymore, and he's like, she's hot. Is she gonna come back in here? Because she's over watering the plants in the other room. And Hugh Grant says, Well, yeah, I'd imagine she'd go through there. She's not gonna be bummed. She's not gonna be beamed up by the mothership or anything like that. So there's just funny lines in it. And I don't think I did that line justice, but still, he is great. I love me some Hugh Grant. Some people maybe don't agree, but I'm on Team Hugh Grant. Brad Garrett is in this. He's, I think, the brother in Everybody Loves Raymond. We got Kristen Johnston, and she's in other stuff. If you look her up and you look at her picture, you'll be like, oh, her, if you don't know who I'm talking about. She plays Drew Barrymore's sister in this. Yeah, this movie's fun. I do think it's underrated. It's like, it makes me laugh to the beginning to the end. It made me laugh and cry. Double emotions. And it literally made me cry. Not even an understatement. I was bawling. I'm a softie, but I think that's okay. I'm a soy boy. Is that that's what they saying? Is that a thing? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Oh yeah, what else I was gonna say is this Cora Corman, this character that's supposed to sort of be like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Madonna kind of type character. I gotta mention this, because I think they're making a statement about Madonna specifically. They have she's going through this what seems like maybe just a phase. Maybe it's not. Maybe she's really devoted to it, but she's putting some cultural appropriation, let's say, into her songs with like people dressed up like monks. It's a very Buddhist theme song with her song called Buddhist Delight, and it's sort of like a sexy song with all these Buddhists dancing around. And I think that's a comment on Madonna being a Buddhist, or for a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's correct. Anyways, I'm running out of stuff to say, but I think that's good. Music and lyrics. Next movie is Showgirls, and oh my fuck, Showgirls. But first, music and lyrics, we done here. Oh no, LOL. Did you say oh no about Showgirls? Because honestly, holy fuck, Showgirls, man. But just a sec. Let's put on. We're not done with this music and lyrics. I'm just gonna end it by saying, I love it. I think it's underrated. It has like a couple things that change, but it's good. It's by the numbers, but it's funny. The chemistry between Drew Barrymore and Hugh Grant is great. The jokes, the music is fantastic. So I am going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Here is the Aliens Are Real instrumental by Patrick Jenkins. Oh, the Buddhism thing. Yeah, that's fair. 8 out of 10 dogs. Music and lyrics, it's good. It's good. I swear it's good.